Je vous rappelle qu'il faut éteindre vos portables si vous avez pensé à les rallumer pendant la pause. Alors maintenant, nous allons vous présenter une série de scènes du théâtre français et anglais des XVIe et XVIIe siècles. Je vais vous présenter brièvement chaque scène, parce qu'il y en a un certain nombre. Et vous aurez du mal à suivre si je ne vous explique pas au fur et à mesure. On va commencer par une scène de l'auteur anglais Richard Brome. Je vais vous expliquer ce qui se passe parce que c'est en anglais déjà, et en plus, ce n'est pas très simple. Alors, cette première scène, on va la lire, c'est-à-dire que c'est juste une mise en espace. Mais ce qu'il faut comprendre, en gros, c'est que dans cette pièce, A Jovial Crew, or The Merry Beggars, un personnage qui s'appelle Old Rents est un riche propriétaire qui tombe dans une profonde mélancolie depuis qu'un magicien lui a prédit que ses 2 filles deviendraient des mendiantes. La prédiction se réalise quand son intendant prend la route avec un groupe de vagabonds dont il est en fait le meneur, entraînant avec lui les filles de son maître et leurs prétendants respectifs. Jusqu'ici, tout va bien. Mais la vie des gueux est bien rude. Arrêtés, les joyeux trimardeurs sont conduits devant un juge qui leur demande de jouer une pièce de théâtre pour divertir son triste invité, qui n'est autre qu'Old Rents. Donc c'est la dernière scène, vous avez une pièce dans la pièce.
Is there to be a play expected and acted by beggars?
That is to say by vagabonds. That is to say by strolling players. They are upon their purgation. If they can present anything to please you, they may escape the law. Sit, gentlemen. The players are ready to enter. And here is the bill of their plays. You may take your choice.
Read 'em, good hearty.
First, here's the 2 lost daughters.
Put me not in mind of the 2 lost daughters, I prithee. What's next?
The vagrant steward.
Oh, nor of a vagrant steward. Sure, some abuse is meant me.
The old scry, and the fortune teller.
That comes nearer me. Away with it.
Beggars' prophecy.
All these titles may serve to one play of a story that I know too well. I'll see none of them.
Then here's the merry beggars.
Aye, that. And let him begin. See a most solemn prologue.
Tonight to squire and to the gentles here, we wish our play may with content appear. We promise you no dainty wit of court, nor city pageantry, nor country sport, but a plain piece of action, short and sweet. In story true, you'll know it when you see it.
True stories and true jests do seldom thrive on stages.
They are best to please you with it, though, or hey with a whip for them tomorrow.
Oh, nay, rather than they shall suffer, I will be pleased. Let 'em play their worst. See our Patrico among 'em.
Your child's fortunes I have told, that she shall beg ere she be old. And will you have a reason why? 'Tis justice in her destiny.
Justice? Ha! Are you meddling with justices already?
Your grandfather by crafty wile of bargaining did much beguile a thriftless heir of the lands that are descended to your hands, and then by law, not equity, forced him and his posterity to woe and shameful beggary.
That was no fault of mine, nor of my child,
but our forefathers' debts and crimes, although forborne till future times, are not so paid. But what needs more, I wish you happy in your store.
Just note this, hearty.
You said you would be pleased. Let them play their roast.
Lawyer walks sadly, beats his breast. To him, soldier-like hearty, enters and seems to comfort him.
It begins my story. About the same fortune teller that told me my daughter's fortunes, almost in the same words. I know him now, and he speaks in the play to one that personates me as near as they can set him forth.
said for the words of a base fortune teller? Believe him. Hang him. I'll trust none of them. They have all whims and double meanings in what they say.
And does he talk or look like now?
It is no matter, Rome. You are pleased, you say.
Have you no second house, and not nigh here? And never without a merry old song. Old second old songs in the merry old crew. We'll fight our cows when the brown looks blue. And can you think of a gypsy fortune teller?
I'll think as little of them as I can.
Will you abroad them? But here comes your steward.
Bless me! Is not that spring, love?
Pray, let them play their play. The justice will not hinder them. You see, he's asleep.
Here are the keys of all my charge, sir. And my humble suit is that you will be pleased to let me walk upon my known occasion this summer.
Fire canst not yet leave off those vagrancies, but I will strive no more to alter nature. I will not hinder thee, nor bid thee go.
My own very words at his departure.
No, mother. Pray, attend.
Come, friend, I'll take your counsel.
I've striven with myself to alter nature in me, for my good master's sake, but all in vain. For beggars, cuckoo-like, fly out again, in their own notes and season.
Oh, my father's sadness will not suffer me to live in his house.
Assurance of your love hath engaged me.
Suppose we'll go a-begging.
I am for you.
And that must be your course, and suddenly, to cure your father's sadness, who is told it is your destiny, which you may quit by making it a trick of youth and wit. I'll set you in the way.
But how?
But how?
My daughter and her sweetheart, too. I see the scope of their design and the whole drift of all their action now with comfort and joy.
But take no notice yet. See a read more of it.
Now, are you all resolved?
Agreed! Agreed!
You beg to absolve your fortune, not for need.
I must commend their act in that. Pray thee, let's call him and end the matter here. The purpose of their play is but to work my friendship or their peace with me, and they have it.
But see a little more sad.
I can forbear it no longer, and call the actors back again to me.
Since you will then break off our play, something in earnest I must say. But let affected rhyming go, I'll be no more a patrico. My name is Roton, start not. But if you desire to hear what's worth your best attention, more privately, you may draw nearer me.
Here, no more fortunes.
And you shall give me leave.
I am grandson of that unhappy Roton, whom your grandfather privately wrought out of his estate, by which in all posterity were since exposed to beggary. I do not charge you with the least offence in this, but come now nearer me. I must whisper to you. I had a sister, who among the race of beggars was the fairest. Fair she was in gentle blood and gesture to her beauty, which could not be so clouded with base clothing. But she attracted love from worthy persons, which for her meanness they expressed in pity for the most part. But some assaulted her with amorous, though loose, desires, which she had virtue to withstand. Only one gentleman, whether it were by her affection or his fate, to send his blood a-begging with her, I question not, by her, in heat of youth, did get a son, who now must call you father.
Me?
You attend me, sir. Your bounty then disposed to pursue her, in which besides much money, I conceive by your neglect, was thrown this holy relic. Do you know it?
The Agnus Dei that my mother gave me upon her deathbed. Oh, the loss of it was my sore grief, and now with joy it is restored by miracle. Does your sister live?
No, sir. She died within a few days after her son was born and left him to my care, on whom I to this day have had an eye in all his wanderings.
But then the young man lives.
Here with the rest of your fair child, sir.
My joy begins to be too great within me. My blessings and a welcome to you all. Be one another's, and you are all mine. Here are no beggars. You are but one, Patrico. Nor rogues, nor players, but a select company to fill this house with mirth. This is my daughter, this her husband, and this that shall marry your niece, a gentleman, my son. I will instantly instate him in £1,000 a year to entertain his wife and to their heirs forever. Dost thou hear me now?
No, I do hear you, and I must hear you. Oh, that is to say, it is a match. That is to say, as I said before,